what you're seeing on the screen now is overhead press spirit bomb day, 173 pounds for 7 sets of 5 reps, Saiyan Strength and Aesthetics program. Shout out to Brandon Campbell for also hooking me up with the micro plates that you can see. That's why it's 173 pounds. The reason why I'm using the micro plates is because I'm trying to be more just accurate with my numbers. So I just want to get into the topic of today's video, and that is my mini transformation. So that is actually a new picture of me when I'm about 17 years old, about a year and a half of lifting. I'd say about like a year and a half of lifting. So the first picture you saw in the thumbnail was me at 119 pounds. That was when I was 16 years old. Second picture you see is me when I'm about 17 and a half, probably like 17-ish, maybe, I don't know. About a year and a half of training, okay? And I'm about, I want to say anywhere from 145 to 155. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers. That picture was actually taken on a Sidekick 2. Who remembers those? They were the best phones to text with ever. Flip, Sidekick 2. And yeah, that's why the quality is potato. So today I just wanted to break down exactly what I did in that 1.5 years of training, and just to give you guys an idea of what I did and what I would change if I could go back. Now, there's honestly nothing I would change if I could go back. I don't regret anything I've ever done. I think everything happens for a reason in life, and things happen either as learning experiences and growing experiences. So what I did when I started bodybuilding at 16 years old. So basically, me and my boy Tyson, we found the Arnold Bible, the Arnold Encyclopedia, and we started reading it. And thank God we did, because it put us on some kind of path to figuring out what exactly we were doing. It gave us a program to follow, and I think that's something really big that a lot of people are missing, that people aren't following programs. They just go to the gym and they just do whatever they feel like that day. No, you guys gotta be on a program, man. Even being on the worst program is better than being on no program, okay? So we were on one of the Arnold programs from his little Bible thing, and it was chest and back one day, shoulders and arms the next day, and legs. Repeat, chest, back, one day, shoulders and arms, legs. And that's as simple as it was, and that was the first workout we ever started doing it via the Arnold workout. How our diet was. Thank God when we started lifting, we would go early in the morning. Tyson's dad would drive us to the gym right before work at like 5 a.m. in the morning before school, and we'd go and work out, and the only people at the gym at 5 a.m. were the real hardcore bodybuilders that would go before work, and we used to talk to all of them. And we got a lot of good information from them. A lot of them told us information that's still good to this day, and a lot of them told us was the best supplement was food. The same things that you guys asked me. Oh, I can't afford creatine, I can't afford pre-workout, I can't afford this. And they told me, you know, and we couldn't afford it back then either. And they told us that, hey, just eat. That's it. Just eat. And we started eating. We would eat 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, sometimes 3. We'd have a snack after school. We weren't on this hashtag clean eating diet. We were eating a crap ton of food in school. After school, we would go to Taco Bell and get those 1/4 pound or 1/2 pound beef and potato burritos that are just packed full of calories. We'd down like 2 or 3 of those. We'd go home to our family, eat more of their food, snack a lot. We were eating, if I had to guess, at least 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day. But that took us from 119 pounds to where I was, 140, 155-ish, and then past that to 170. 170 was the peak of my bulk when I graduated, which is funny because it's kind of, and just to be real with you guys, it's a little bit demotivating, and I've talked about this before, knowing that the peak of my bulk when I was a senior in high school, and I was like kind of chubby at 170 back then, was around the same weight that I am today. So it took me about 10 years to somewhat solidify it. Like I'm 175-ish now, semi-lean. If I had to guess my body fat, around 12% body fat or something. It is a little demotivating, but like I said, we don't look back and bask in the future and just focusing on moving forward. So yeah, things I could change if I could go back and rewind the clock and guide myself. Or let's say I'm talking to the old self, my 16-year-old Chawambo haircut self, weird looking self. I would tell myself, focus more on the compound movements. Get your bench press up. You know, get your incline bench press up, because all I did back then was incline too. Get your incline bench press up. Get your squat up. Get your deadlift up. Focus on your form. I would probably tell myself, focus on your form, because that's how I injured my lower back. That's how I got my bulging disc in my lower back, was from squatting, and not a lot of weight either. So that's why I think I had some kind of like pre-existing issue with my lower back. But I'd say focus on the compound movements. Focus on your squat, bench, deadlift, and overhead press. And also, I would tell myself to focus on strength as well. Don't just go in there just to get a good pump and whatnot. Focus on progression. Focus on getting stronger, because after I graduated high school was probably some of the most boring times in lifting that I've ever had. It was a time where I started working and I would just go to the gym and I would do the same workouts every single time with the same weights, and it was the most repetitive time in my life ever. Like, looking back, I don't know how I went through that. You know, they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Now, if you're trying to make gains, then obviously you can't be doing the same thing over and over again. You can't just keep benching 225 over and over again. You know, you got to eventually bench 230, 235, 240, 245. You know, there has to be some change. There has to be changes to make changes, if that makes sense. And that's the two main things I would tell myself back then. Honestly, like I said, I wouldn't really change much if I could go back, but that's the few things I would. And understand that gains are slow. Lifting, bodybuilding is one of the few things that the better you get at it, the less progress you make. Like, let's say I was learning to play the piano, you know, the more I practice playing the piano, the better I get, the easier it becomes. Bodybuilding, not so much. The more you do it, the slower the progress you make and the harder it becomes. So understand that that muscle takes a long time to build. Trust me, from someone 10 years to be around the same weight that I was when I was 17. So just be patient, make those gains, guys. Food is the best supplement, and I hope that helps you guys and maybe motivates you guys. So keep on going, guys. See you guys in the next video. Much love, strength and honor. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Immortal!